everybody, how are we doing? Guess who I'm with? There he is.
How you doing, mate? And you're over it. No, you're over there.
I'm joined by Dave, the Blue Van Man. How's your week been, buddy?
Well, it's only Tuesday, mate, so it's short at the moment. I've just done two 12-hour shifts back home, and I'm helping you out again on air with your beers. Oh, I'm on there now.
Absolutely. You're down there. So I'm just going to let Dave introduce. We got two beers. I'm just going to let Dave introduce the two beers. I'm just finishing my setup. Thank you all for joining. Hope you bought the beers to have a drink along with us. Very quickly, I'm just going to set up this live feed. So, Dave, if you can introduce the beers, please.
Okay, the first one we're having is well, are we having them in this order, or shall I pick the order, or shall you pick the order?
You can pick the order, mate, if you like. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first one we will have is Todd's Blonde. I pick the order, or shall you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a cool and crisp. Its alcoholic volume is 5.0%. It's a great beer that runs deep. What is running deep?
Sorry, I was just finishing my setup. Are we talking about the blonde?
Yeah, we're talking about the blonde. I want to know what great beer that runs deep. What is running deep?
Maybe talking about traditions. It might be talking about like deep traditions in the brewing industry. We've been brewing beer here in the UK for hundreds and hundreds of years. In fact, some of the old London styles, which we would have drank years ago. Have you ever had a Belgian Saison or a Belgian Blonde? They're kind of funky and...
I think we had a Belgian Blonde the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, that's it.
It roasted up.
That was it. 2 seconds, boys. We got evening lads. So we've got a few people joining in. The Beer Hooligan, Thomas McCarthy. Thank you very much for the 30,000 subs. Yeah, that was fantastic. We got Jay Neal as well, who said Todd's Blonde is a really nice little beer. Won't blow your socks off, but it's a regular pick of mine. Goes very well with almost any food, and is a lovely little refresher. Okay, so brilliant. Thank you very much. So yeah, we've been brewing beer for hundreds of years in the UK. I was in Belgium a few years ago. You want a drink? Yeah, my wife wants a drink. I was in Belgium a few years ago, and the tour guide on the bus driving us around Belgium said, in fact, that the sour beer trends that Belgium have today can be traced back to London brewing hundreds of years ago. There we are. So there's a bottle of the old for the wife. I don't know.
Gent to you.
Yeah, no gent. I'm no gent, am I, Dave? I'm no gent, she said.
No gent.
So we've got a really rich brewing tradition. I think our brewing can be kind of like, if it all gets traced back, beer from around the world, it all generally comes back probably to the UK, Germany, Belgium area. So yeah, deep traditions, I think that's what it means. But
all right, yeah.
Comment if you guys know otherwise, please let me and Dave know. Where are they from, Dave? I've not had a chance to have a look. I've been West York
Valley Brewery, Turkey Lodge Farm, New Road, Crag Vale.
Brilliant.
Hepton Bridge, West Yorkshire.
West
Yorkshire. They're from Yorkshire, dude.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, shall we you've had a long day, I've had a long day. Shall we do the old cracky?
Let's do it. I do like these little bottle cap things. You know, where's it gone? There it is.
I
just adds to it, don't it?
Yeah, nice little touch. I tell you what I do with mine, Dave. I go like this. I chuck them on the top of the kitchen units. I got about 600 different bottle caps on the top of the units.
June would go absolutely nuts. Well, we haven't got no kitchen cabinets. All our stuff is on the floor. We've gone to the new modern trend, apparently, of not having kitchen units on the wall.
Oh, is it? I didn't know. No.
No. Nor did I. That looks a bit Star Wars.
Yeah, little Star Warsy, little Valley. I've not had any of this. So when I go to move, and when the poor bugger who takes the kitchen units down off the wall, they're going to be showered in bottle caps.
You could have just kept that quiet. So
Yeah. Okay, let's pour. So, Dave, what have you got coming up on your channel? What's going on?
Well, tomorrow,
yeah,
I have an announcement to make.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm also on a radio station tomorrow.
Yeah.
From 4 till 5, I'm on radio. Now then, this is going to sound stupid. It's spelt E-R-E wash. So it sounds like ear wash, but it's air wash or something like that.
Ear wash.
So people look me up there from 4 till 5. I'm just having a chat. I'm playing a few of my tracks, my favourite music.
Oh,
I know.
That's really good. I was watching that video actually about the announcement. I wasn't digging. I was kind of like just what's coming, because we're in that season now of got to get the best stuff done really for Christmas and whatever.
Yeah.
I know Tesco brought out some I'm going to go and pick one up tomorrow. Tesco have got a Yorkshire pudding sandwich, which I think would be interesting.
Yeah, I've heard of that, but it's just that much out there at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah. It's almost like overload, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy this type of year because your January's, your February's, your March. It's not really. It kind of like just goes a bit flat. There's not much going on. So this is the time of the year to really pound it out. Anyway, talking about food.
Greg Vegan or Vigan, he wants to know, when did the stream start? About 7 minutes ago, mate.
About
You're late. That's detention. Thank you.
We were a minute late today, so we need a slap on the wrist, Dave. Yeah. A lot of people saying thanks for the 30,000 subscribers. I'm really happy. I'm really happy, Dave. I really am. And you're doing very well. You're doing fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, don't talk about that. Yeah, that was good. It's one of those cloudy ones again, isn't it? Is that why it's blonde? Because it's the cloudiness.
It looks to me. I don't know if you can get all of yours in. You might do it later on. I didn't do it with mine, but give your bottle when you've put them down.
Yeah, I've got about 2 inch left in the bottom. So
give it a whirl. Give it a whirl around and dump it in. It looks to me like it. Yeah, I got a bit of sediment in the bottom of mine. So it's what's called a bottle conditioned beer, Dave. I think this might be our first one.
I don't know. I think you've spoke about this. Is this in the Duval?
Yeah, absolutely. A bottle conditioned beer. So the yeast, they put a bit of yeast in each bottle, and the yeast eats any sugars that are left in the beer, and it naturally carbonates the beer. It puts a bit of fizz in the beer without machines force carbonating with carbon dioxide. And, it's like, this is the old way of doing it. And, of course, yeast is full of vitamin B, so it's very healthy for you as well. Very good for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Go on then, Dave. Wonder Bear Wonder. He's going to give his missus away, apparently.
I'm gonna give it a chance. I'll give Wonder away. Have you seen any of their stuff, Dave? They do. It's a really good.
I've watched a couple. Right.
So we'll get into. Let's quickly talk about it. So he likes beer, loves beer. She hates beer. So they sit there talking about beer, and she hates it. He loves it. Great stuff. Let's get the roll.
I just say to Cal Dove, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. You loved the video I did with Elliot.
Oh, the takeaway video.
Yeah, we had a Chicanos or something.
Yeah.
Right, let's get cupping in.
Yeah, let's go.
It's not an overwhelming smell, is it?
No, it's a bit slightly dry. I'd say a little bit lemony. Would you say there's a bit of lemon in there?
Yeah, there's a bit of citrus, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Let's cheers.
Does that taste like a Ranjaboom?
Do you know, it's close to being like a lager style. It's definitely not lager malts. It's definitely ale malts. But
Yeah.
I think what you're saying, this is long day, finish work, crack one of these. It's unoffensive. It's drinkable. It just makes you drop your shoulders a bit, then you, and go, I'm finally home. I finally finished work. I don't have to think too much about this beer. It's a nice refresher. I would say it's a nice refresher. Absolutely.
So shall I swirl this round the bottle and chuck it in?
Yeah, show it up to the camera. You got a really good picture quality tonight on the video. So you might see little bits and pieces floating around in the bottom of the bottle there, in the glass even.
I used to get that quite often in the pub I used to drink when I was a kid, a youth.
Yeah, dragging it from the bottom of the cask.
You know it.
Yeah.
That don't look too bad, does it, mate?
It looks good. It looks good. Nice hazy looking beer. Oh, we should mention these beers. I think that it was part of the Morrison's Beer Festival, and I think it's run its course now, haven't it, a bit? So my beers were reduced down to £1.50. I don't know about yours.
I don't know, mate. To be fair, I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, people are asking us to be political. Who are we voting for? Well, I think we'll have a couple of beers. Get back to that question.
Yeah, there's quite a few people just asking us a few things. It's
Is it all okay? I haven't been looking.
Yeah, it's all pretty good. Andrew Whitehead, big fan of both of us. Keep up the good work. Tony Branscombe, thank you so much to Leicester City for hammering Southampton. I won't put what they put.
Yeah.
Pompey. Good evening, lads. Yeah, they're all good comments. They're all pretty good tonight. So we're ready anyway, aren't we, dude?
Yeah, we're okay. We're quite we're thick-skinned guys, I think, but not to bring it on. We don't want to start antagonising people, but we're quite thick-skinned.
Poking them with a stick.
Yeah. It's a nice beer. It's unoffensive. It's drinkable. It's nice to. I mean, it's a blonde. It's a blonde ale, so it's maybe brewed to entice a lager drinker to buy this. I think.
You know what? You could do that. I agree with that comment. It would entice a lager drinker. That would actually, because it's not too fruity, not too citrusy. And I've said before, I got a bit fed up with them. But this would entice a lager drinker.
Yeah, absolutely.
On a bloody camera. There we go.
It's funny this StreamYard thing. Yeah, I got to remember my camera's right in the middle of my screen, but because I got you to my left.
Yeah, you do, don't you? That's the thing. You're talking to the person and not the lens.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
It's organic, Soil Association Organic. So obviously they're growing everything in organic land.
Yeah. I can't quite remember. Have they got the Soil Association written?
Yeah, at the bottom of the main label, under the bin.
Right. Oh yeah, so it's Soil Association Organic. So I think I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but I think it's all of the malts are grown correctly, and the farms have passed that.
Like the old days.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Real old days. That's when did we start bringing insecticides into the? We know
into brewing, into the
like insecticides onto the crops and stuff, spraying everything. I wonder when that came in.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe 70s, 80s was it? Maybe earlier. That'd be a good comment, or we could ask the people who are watching. When did insecticides come in? I don't really know the answer.
Can I just say to Theo Payne, yes, I have seen Joker film, and if you go onto my channel, you will see a review of it. Have you seen Joker?
No, not yet. I generally, I am a Joker.
You look like you had to think about that then.
No,
I haven't.
Not yet. No, I wanna go watch the Joker. It'll probably be one of these things where it comes on the Apple TV and I rent it for the night or that sort of thing.
June's just said 1950s for the crop spraying. So
perfect.
Yeah.
How was the lovely June tonight, Dave? She's doing good.
She's got a bit of a toothache. She's got a bit of a abscess. Not what you got, June. An infection. That's it. If you go, what was I going to say? Yeah, if you do go to see the Joker, don't go to see it expecting Batman, that kind of film. It's basically a bloke having a breakdown.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, I see.
That is it. He's having a breakdown. And it's not to be laughed at, but there are some scenes in it that are funny. And there are some scenes in it where you think, yeah, I could fucking do that.
Yeah, yeah.
You could quite easily flip in today's society. Although the film is actually set in the 70s or 60s or something. So, there you go.
I think it's just one of these. You've got to be strong these days. I've watched. I really enjoy your. I haven't seen the redundancy one yet, but I've seen a lot of your. I watched the one with June the other day. I thought that was really kind of like wow, and I respect that. The one where you talk about debt, the one where you talk about it was anxiety, wasn't it? I think you were talking about.
Yeah, anxiety. Yeah, where I haven't got any anxiety.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of it, and I went. I've never spoken about it on the never ever. People really don't know much about me. I went, I don't want to go down that road of but something changed me in my 20s, where a bit like you now, it's water off a duck's back. Nothing affects me anymore, type of thing. But yeah, I think in terms of life, I think. Like yourself, you keep on going. You've just hit 50, haven't you, Dave? Or recently hit 50?
I've hit 51, mate.
51. If I told you at 40, 11 years ago, that you were going to have this fantastic following on YouTube and nobody, it's only because you keep trying. You keep trying, you keep going, you keep push.
I think with my YouTubing thing, though, I never actually set out to make. I didn't actually set out to get this big. I mean, some people are saying, "Oh, 88,000 ain't that big." It ain't, and it probably isn't in some realistic.
It's terrific. It's terrific.
I never set out for. I only set out to have a bit of fun. I didn't make it to be this big and appearing on radio stations and True Geordie and. Being in the Leicester Mercury. Did you see me in the Leicester Mercury?
Yes, I see
me in the Leicester Mercury. There goes James. Yeah, I've sent the paper to a bloke in America into, I never expected it, and I don't know. It's just weird how it's happened. So, Theo Payne. He's asked me if I've seen Terminator. I've reviewed that as well. I wouldn't recommend to go in and seeing it. I would actually wait until it came out on telly, unless you just fancy a night out and something like that. But I was disappointed in Terminator. Really disappointed. Arnie was brilliant, but the rest of it, I was just a little bit,
I'm one of them, that era. My favourite film is Rocky, actually. My favourite of all time. Yeah, absolutely. That was I was talking about my 20s earlier. That was where I kind of it pulled me from the brink. Watching that movie was terrific, absolutely terrific. My favorite film of all time. That would be a good one for you, Dave. Your top 5 movies of all time. You could do like a top 5.
I'll tell you what would be in
there on the channel.
I'll tell you this one because. It's a film that's, it's not that well known, but it's got Robert Carlyle in it and Johnny Lee Miller. Who's a Scottish bloke, June? Ken Stott, Liv Tyler, and another great actor who I can't remember his name, Gambon, Michael Gambon. And it's got somebody else, but June can't remember his name. Oh, the gay bloke. Oh, I can't remember his name.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, and anyway, it's called Plunkett McLean, and it's based on a true story of highwaymen.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely brilliant, right? So anybody who's seen Plunkett McLean, if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have, it's brilliant, ain't it?
I'd like to watch it. I'll have to. Later on, I get a pen and paper and I'll write it down. And it's probably on
That's that top 5 films. Once Upon a Time in America, that's another good one. You seen that?
No, I haven't. What was that
Oh,
one?
where you been? Where you been?
I know. I'll have to watch
that. What's the wife's name? I can't remember her name.
Mel.
Get a pen and paper, girl. Once Upon a Time in America. It's a bit violent, right? And there, who? Alan Cummings in that other film. It's Once Upon a Time in America. It's a bit violent, and there's a bit, but it's brilliant. Robert De Niro. That you don't have to say anymore.
I'll have to. I'll get a. Well, I'm in the back. I live in a terraced house, so I'm in the back in the kitchen. You know, terrace houses where the kitchens are in the back.
Yeah, my grandma lived in one.
Yeah, I'm in the back, so my wife's in the front, so she probably can't hear me. But
she's not watching. She's not one of the 66 watching.
She likes she plays on her Switch, a Nintendo Switch. She's playing. What's that film, Dave? Have you seen Cool Hand Luke?
Yes, eating the eggs.
Oh, that's the kind of thing I was talking about earlier with just grinding here on YouTube until I've hit 30,000 subscribers. I feel a bit like Cool Hand Luke, you know, but you give me that boost, really, that kind of like, really, I mean, I had a thing, maybe I could hit 30,000 by the end of the year. And with your help, I thank you for this live. Here's my hand. I thank you for this live. You've really kind of pushed me on. And it's like, you give me another 6 eggs to eat. Well, and I got them down each other, you know, and I'm like, yeah, we done it.
Yeah,
so
we've got some comments coming through, mate. Greg Vigan, Once Upon a Time in America is a classic. So that's good enough for me. Rocky 4 is the best. Congrats on the 830K. Simon loves grinding.
Yeah. I love grinding. Grinding on YouTube. I like the first one. I think the first Rocky film was the only real story. If you've seen the first Rocky film, it was the only real story. The rest are a bit.
I watched Rocky 2 and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did enjoy the other Rockies. I've not seen Rocky 5. Is it when his missus dies? I don't want to see that. I'm fed up with people dying. I know it's got to happen and stuff, but
Rocky Balboa, you mean? Is it the one that was filmed in 2006 or something like that?
I don't know.
Massive.
And did you know? Right, you know the Terrapin in Rocky 1 that he bought in the pet shop.
Yeah.
He got that. He's still got it.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
He's still got it. He's still got it swimming around in a bloody tank.
I follow him on Instagram. I follow. Yeah. I think when you're of a generation of there's 10 years between us, but kind of you're either Stallone or you're Schwarzenegger. You know, you're either Stallone because they were the real action heroes of the 80s, weren't they?
Yeah. Marcus Arrel. Oh, Jim, what's that say? I can't. Aurelius. I think he's a Greek god. He's just downloading Plunkett McLean, 1999. Fuck, that's making me feel old. When Simon coming up to Leicester. We are sorting something out, aren't we? Tell the people, folks.
I'll tell the people. Basically, had a bit of work. I'm a self-employed carpenter, so things are busy, things are quiet. I had a bit of a
Jesus.
Yeah. A bit like Jesus. I had a half decent.
Out the water walking.
I had a half decent August, a half decent September, but it's like just plodding along. I wanted to come up in.
Yeah, we're going to sort something out, weren't we, mate?
We really have. And now all of a sudden, Christmas is around the corner. I got 3 kids to get through with Christmas, so It'll probably be early next year.
We'll get it sorted. We'll get it sorted, and you can come up and we'll get something sorted.
And no. I'm not sure, Dave, if you've seen the video. I was doing a giveaway with this beer. Did you see?
Yeah, you said, didn't you? I seen you say you were going to do it, but you know what, mate? This YouTubing thing, you get so much that you've got to watch and review and whatever.
Yeah. Well, the deal was I needed 35,000 subscribers to give this beer away by the end of October. So there's only 3 days left now. So it looks like it's not gonna happen. So I'm sure the good people who are watching, they don't mind too much. I'll bring it up to your good self.
Yeah. Well, hey, you might. I tell you what. That's it. Then you've got to get 35K before you visit me.
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
That'd be a better one, because then that way you've got a bit of a competition, haven't you?
I quite like February. Yes, Leicester. I love that. I love that T-shirt, Leicester. They had a great win on the weekend. They've got. I tell you what, I did realize just how young that side is. 21, 22-year-olds, 20. It's like, and all of a sudden they've gelled. They've come down.
It's exciting times down the KP. I must admit. Yeah. I was on a. I can't remember what I was on. Oh, I was on 100% LCFC. Another thing I've been on. I had to go and do an interview. I didn't have to, but I did. And I was saying this is the first time in years and years and years we've actually started the season, and I've not said, shit, I'm worried about us going down. This is the first time I've thought it's the other way. You know, we're going top four. When I was on True Jordan, I was saying, you know, we're going to get top four, and I'm standing by that.
I think so. I think in the early 2000s, the club started really investing in their youth systems. Somebody here said, Luke, what was his name? Somebody said they were born in 90. Oh, Cal Dove. I was born in 1999. That's scary for me, because I can remember 1999, because it was the World Cup in Wales, the Rugby World Cup in Wales back then, when we built the Millennium Stadium. It doesn't seem that long ago. And you think, blimey, how fast has the time gone? But on that, I think it's all about the clubs back then. They were building academies, weren't they? And now we're seeing them academies 20 years ago, like with Leicester, 21, 22-year-olds coming through. It's starting to feed through into the system.
Yeah, it is. And the thing with Leicester is I think they actually might actually keep hold of them, because if they have a really good season, they keep going on about Maddison that might go to Tottenham or he might go to Man United. With all due respect at this moment, why would he want to lower himself?
Yeah, a mid-table.
Yeah, Harry Maguire's made the biggest fuck up. He's trod in the biggest pile of dog shit.
Yeah,
in his life at the moment, isn't he? So
would Maguire get in that side today? I mean, I don't really follow Leicester.
No. Sorry, Maguire wouldn't get in Leicester's team.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So they've gone, okay, we'll pocket 80 million.
Yeah. What people don't realise is that Leicester bought Soyuncu for this reason. They could see the talent and the prospect in him. So, and like they were going, oh, who's Leicester buying to replace Maguire? It was already done. It was done It was done years ago. It was already sorted. So, people at the Sun and the Mirror and your other shit red tops, right, trying to stir the shit, calm down. It was already sorted. And it's been proven. So, there you go.
I'm going to catch him on some comments. Simon must do a video in his underwear if Leicester go top four. That's Gary Lineker said that. I knew he was going to shave his hair or something. I mean, he said that this time.
I'll shave my head.
So we've got a few comments. Cheers from the Australian boys. Hello, Jim. How you doing? Should we wrap up this beer, Dave?
Yeah, let's do that, mate.
So what's your final thoughts on this blonde?
I totally agree with the fact that it could be a lager drinker conversion, whatever I said or whatever you said. That would be an ideal little pale. What is it? A pale ale?
A blonde is a style of beer. It's probably
style of beer.
It's a blonde beer. So they use so how they colour a beer is the malt. Have you been to a brewery or you've got the pharmacist bar in there? What's it called? The
pharmacy. Yeah, he won pub of the month the other week.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
He won pub of the month the other month, not the other week, but he won pub of the month. Me and June and Ginger went down to congratulate him on his success.
Brilliant. Did he have any malts on show? Any of the malts?
I had a stout. I don't know. I had a stout. I tell you what, whatever he gets in there for his stouts are absolutely brilliant. People, if you are in the Leicester area or a little bit wider and you just fancy trying something, please pop into the beer pharmacy. Tell him BVM sent you. I don't get anything for it. It's just nice to know that, does well out of me.
So the malts, if you got any malts on the bar, some of the brewers do. So a malt is generally light. It's the colour of this beer. If you were to get straight off the field, it would be quite light. You get some red malts as well. You get some, what's the word for it? I'll come back to it in a minute. But if you want a stout, what they do with the malts is a bit like coffee. Coffee's a green bean, Dave. You probably know this. And then they roast it and it turns dark chocolate coloured. That dark chocolate.
So that's how I've got you now. So they roast it and that gives it that. Does it give it that chocolatey taste as well, or does it just?
Yeah, the burnt, roasted taste, like if you were to burn it. So what happens is that they roast the malt, it turns black, and then that black colour makes its way into the beer. That's how you get a stout, is that they just roast it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So a blonde is just really light malts. So all of the malts you see out there, if you see a Guinness or a regular stout, the malt's been roasted, so it's a roasted malt.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's
I love a stout. I love a stout beer. I think they're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I went to it's done now on massive. I mean, Guinness have got their own roasting facilities. It's that much of a big company. So the malt comes in one end on a truck. I think the truck empties it out onto a great big kind of giant oven, and then they roast the malt and it goes out the back end. It's like, like production line type of thing.
Well, June actually likes June's actually you like a Guinness, don't you, at the moment, June? Yeah. But what she needs to do is this might be a tip for other people who like Guinness. The bloke at the beer pharmacy showed me this. If you get lime, cordial, put it in the glass, rinse it around the glass, chuck it out, and then put the Guinness in. It just takes the edge off the Guinness. I like Guinness. I love Guinness.
Yeah.
But June likes it, but she doesn't like the strength of it. But if you put a bit of lime around the glass, it just takes the metallic, edgy taste away.
I've been in. I was in Home Bargains yesterday. I sent you a picture. I picked up
that. Choc stout
for £1.
Yeah,
Kettlehead. So I mean, pick that up by all means and give it a go.
Yeah,
I quite like.
You didn't find that one I sent the picture of?
No, I was in Aldi yesterday, and I asked the guy on the. I said, "Have you got this?" I showed him the picture, the Green King.
Yeah, the Ghoulie or something.
Ghoulie beer or something like that. Yeah.
I thought it was inappropriate for a Halloween kind of theme thing.
It would have been perfect.
I should have bought one and bought you one and sent it to you. It only cost a couple of quid. Oh, well,
never mind. We got a couple of these Morrison's beers, haven't we?
Yeah. So what we're going to move on to the next one, dude.
This is Butcombe Brewery. Say it quick.
That sounds rude.
Don't say it slow.
Yeah. I'll get June to say it. June, read this out.
Goram IPA.
What's that say, June? Butcombe.
Brilliant.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got something in the mouth. Knock it out.
So they've been brewing beers, I think, just outside of Bristol. Yeah, the Bristol area since 19.
Oh, not far from you then, Cocker.
Yeah, down my kind of. I could probably swim there quicker than drive there.
Yeah.
Straight across the water. Yeah, let's get it open. See what we get. So this was. If anybody's interested in trying this beer, at the moment the Morrison's Beer Festival's finished, and you can pick this up. It was £2.50, I think. It's now down to £1.50 a bottle.
Why have they stopped that range then, dude? Why have they knocked it on the head?
It was just I think it was just a beer festival. I think it was Morrison's way of testing the water. We had the really good ones to start with, didn't we? The Northern Monk, it's great up north, and if you notice, they sold out really quickly. Did you notice that? They were kind of like gone straight away.
Yeah.
We missed.
I haven't got a clue, mate, to be fair, because you know what? When I used to go down them aisles, when I still do go down the aisles, I was looking for something that I hadn't tried. So there was no point for looking at something that I had tried. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah. I love them old beer aisles in the supermarkets. I got to be honest.
They're there.
We missed the big one. We missed. I don't think I got it in my local Morrison's, mine. People have been asking me. Perhaps it's one for you to have a look, maybe in your local Morrison's. There's an Imperial Stout by Wild Beer Company. And it's £2, and it's 8%, Dave. It's a double roasted, double mashed, a stout at 8%. Apparently, terrific.
That sounds like a meal on its own if it's 8%.
There we are. We got a comment here from Wanda Beer Wanda. So if you go have a look in your Morrison's, Dave, it's called Wildebeest Stout.
Right.
Can you see the comment there?
Yeah, I see it. Got it, dude.
It was superb. I missed it. It wasn't in my Morrison, so I'm disappointed. Maybe you can find it in Leicester.
Hold on, just 1 second. Drinking Reef Donkey APA from Tampa. Oh God, my bloody comments have gone up.
Tampa Bay, America, I suppose. We got some Americans watching. Hello, how you doing?
Have a nice day. Yeah, Drinking Reef Donkey APA. It's from Peter Gosnier.
That's it.
Yeah, sorry, you'll have to excuse my reading. It's shit. From Tampa Bay Brewing Company. So there you go.
The beer hooligan, his job is he goes round Morrison's kind of refurbishing them. So the beer hooligan said Dave's Morrison's is huge in Loughborough. There we go. So you might find the Wildebeest Stout. That'd be the one to find, Dave. And you want to do that on your own because I won't be able to.
Lenny Henry do him? Didn't Lenny Henry? Weren't he wildebeest?
Yeah.
Right, are we going to sup into this, dude? You've got a pint glass. You've bloody cheated. You never told me that.
Yeah. I got an amber-coloured beer, one finger whitehead, good levels of carbonation. What have you got, Dave?
I've got a half pint glass, looking like an idiot. And I've got a head as well, mate. It does look a ruby red colour, don't it?
Lovely, yeah. So that's that. I was talking about it earlier. That's that naturally grown, the red malt. I've got the word now. Have you heard of rye malt?
Yeah. Yes, I have heard of rye malt, as a matter of fact.
It might be rye. So a rye-coloured malt would be slightly a reddy coloured malt. So it's going to give the colour. It's going to give that lovely colour. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And just by looking at it, you probably get aromas of, I'm not putting it to my nose yet, but you might get some toffee, some caramel.
Yeah, I've got some sweety kind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if it was caramel or toffee, but you can smell a sweet kind of aroma.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's not bad, this. It's not bad. And part of the festival, it must be because Morrison's bought so much of this stuff.
Yeah.
If you quickly go back to the Wildebeest Stout, that's selling online for £6 a bottle. If you go on Wild Beer Company's website, they'll sell you a bottle for £6 plus delivery. Morrison's are knocking them out for £2 a bottle because they've just gone, we'll buy 50,000 bottles off you all. But
do you think that because because the summer's gone, the autumn's gone, and you've obviously got a new. You've got the new seasons coming, haven't you? With Christmas and all that. I suppose they're just trying to get rid. Also, because of Brexit and that abomination that keeps going on there, it keeps getting delayed, and nobody can make a plan. Do you think they're getting rid of stuff so they can get more stuff in and build up the stock?
I think, get rid of it now. We're going into Christmas. For me, the starting gun gets fired for Christmas when bonfire night's over.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
bonfire night's over.
Well, Poppy Day, bonfire night. They are the 2 days. As soon as they have gone, you need to get ready for Christmas. You know, you get idiots putting Christmas trees up outside and decorating their houses up, and you feel like knocking on the door and saying, "Do you realise how stupid you look?"
We get a lot of it around here. Yeah, the terraced houses. You see all the Christmas lights sparkling, and you think it's only I put mine up about a week before Christmas.
Yeah, when would we put our decorations up, June, if we could?
The 12 days,
the day before Christmas Eve. That's what we do. And I tell you what, the day after Boxing Day, the bloody down.
I love it. Yeah, we're about a week before, generally on a Sunday.
There's no need for them, is there, for doing that? No,
absolutely. So I tell you what, we'll come back to Christmas in a moment because I think it's an important subject to cover. Well, should we have a taste, Dave? Should we?
Let's do it. Is that dry? That tastes a bit dry to me.
Yeah, you're there. You bang on, Dave.
It's like I've just had a mouthful of beer and it's never been so dry in my life.
Yeah, I think that was because of the blonde beer. The blonde beer was so. It was an after work beer. It was you just want to sup away at it. This beer it's a little bit more. It's 5% ABV. Mind you, the other one was 5 as well. But
I was going to say the other one's 5% as well.
I think it's the difference in the malts. I think the malts are kind of just heavier. There's a different kind of hop in there. Maybe some. I'm not going to read the bottle, but maybe some Fuggles, Goldings type traditional hops in there.
Do you know what? It's that bloke's face there. He's just took a mouthful of that and he thinks, bloody hell, that's dry.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what he's done there. He's took a mouthful of that beer and thought, God, that's dry. I'll be honest with you, mate. Right, I do like being honest. I don't rate that at all.
Do you know, I'm going to kind of follow you down that route because it's not really an IPA. Well, it is. It's middling. It's 5%. Do you know, it strikes me that it's from a company that have got so big, Dave, they don't know what they're doing anymore.
Really? Are they that big then?
I think they're somehow aligned with Molson Coors, who own Carling.
All right.
Yeah, I think they're the Carling lot. Carling, Worthington's, Doombar, that sort. I think Butcombe are definitely involved, or they're partly owned maybe by Molson Coors. And when you get to that stage of brewing, it doesn't matter because they can throw an advert on the TV and they'll sell their beer to the masses just through that advertisement alone.
Well, they won't be selling any more of this to me because I am not. Do you know what? You know when it says Butcombe, that's probably tastes like where it's come from.
Butcombe.
Honestly, June, do you want to try a sip of this? It might do your infection all right. Yeah.
What you're getting here, there's a touch of diacetyl in this beer, which is an infection. You bang on, Dave, with this. You bang on. There's a touch of an infection in this.
I'm not.
A little bit of diacetyl.
Lime. June says it needs a lime.
Put some lime in there. Sweeten it.
Well, yeah. Do you know what, mate? We've had some good beers. We've had some not so good beers, but I've still liked them.
Yeah.
That is like eating orange pith or lemon pith.
Yeah.
You know that?
That dry, you know, when you eat
I'll tell you what, it's pomegranate pith. You know, if you get
pomegranate
when you're eating
yeah.
pomegranate, it tastes like that.
Yeah, yeah.
They're talking about the bitter nose. It is spicy. I'm going to say it's spicy. It is bitter, but they're not mentioning the hops. They're mentioning stone fruits, which are a perfect example of like a Citra or a Mosaic hop from America, but they're not mentioning it. So again, it's that big brewer getting involved in the little man's business, if you know what I mean. That.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like YouTube coming in or Google coming in and buying my channel and then totally fucking it up.
I got the perfect video to compare this beer with a small brewery's beer, and that is your video, and that's the difference in bacon.
Oh, so, yeah.
It sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, so, I tell you what, that's right, mate. You bang on, spot on there, mate.
Yeah, I watched that video. I like that video.
Yeah,
different bacon.
Just want to break it up here, mate. Cal Dove says, Elliot Hackney was really good on your video, Dave. Yeah, he was dead right. He's a natural. He knows his onions. If you've watched the video with Elliot, you'll know what I mean there. He knows his onions. Cole Kerry, we're a bit confused about Brexit here in the States. Thought you lot voted to leave the EU years ago. Cole Kerry, so did I. I thought we voted to leave, but obviously the people that run our country haven't got a fucking clue.
I'm wondering, I'm at a loss as to who to vote for here, Dave, because Jeremy Corbyn's got more splinters in his ass from sitting on the fence than God, you know. I don't know who to vote for.
Don't take this the wrong way and how it sounds, but anybody who's had sex with Diane Abbott hasn't got a clue. Yeah. That's not a racist thing, that's not a sexist thing or anything like that. That's just, you know what I mean?
I just don't know where to. I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother vote. I don't know if I'm going to vote.
Do you know what, right, mate? Whatever happens, June said this to me the other day. Whatever happens, people like you and me, or me and you, that's you because you're over there now. You've moved there. And everybody else, it will not affect one bit.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, yes, it will, it will. It won't. It won't affect us one bit.
I tell you what, I was up your way, well, near your way, working Bromsgrove. I was on Monday.
Miles away.
I was looking at the sign, boom, I'm getting close. I was about to text you a message saying I'm in Bromsgrove, so I went up to Bromsgrove.
Oh, where? You may as well be in California, mate.
I was thinking I'm heading up the M5. I'm on my way, but
if you thought I was going to jump in the van and drive to Bromsgrove.
Yeah, I had a 2-hour drive to Bromsgrove, and I was thinking I can't go far to go now, surely. But I did this job and come home. But I tell you what, you see on the motorways. Did you see the signs for your? I don't know if you've been on a motorway much with a job. I don't know, but there's a few signs on the motorway saying, do you know the old signs that used in yellow, orange writing that used to say, if you're tired, pull over. You know them big. So the announcement and they were every 2 miles was your documents might change on the 31st of October for Brexit. And I was thinking, I'm not sure if this is scaremongering or if they're threatening the. I couldn't work out what it was. Did you see the same signs on the motorway?
Even if I did, I would ignore it.
Yeah, it was like scaremongering or something.
Do you know one of the biggest things in this country? One of the biggest things that totally screws this country up in our everyday life, and it's the media. The media, absolutely right. 20, 30, 40, whatever years ago, when we had the recession when Margaret Thatcher around, right? The recession happened, got over it. The recession we had the last time took years because Sky, BBC, ITV, CCN, or whatever the bloody they were just using it to feed the public, scare them. Oh God, we've got no jobs, we've got no future, blah blah. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, shut up. Turn your TVs off. Stop watching the news and just let the country recover.
Yeah.
That's all it needed. Stop worrying. Go to work, get yourself a job, pay your way. We don't need Sky with these stupid bloody clocks going 3 days, 48 minutes, 20 seconds till Brexit. We don't need it.
No, it's going to ruin the country. I haven't bought a newspaper, Dave, since I was about 27. 13 years, I've not bought a newspaper. For me, it's all been online. And the minute, if you notice, when they talk about YouTube, that's us. When they talk about YouTube, they've never got a nice thing to say. It's always negative. It's always negative. And there's a reason for that, Dave. It's that because we're threatening their very business.
Yeah.
We're threatening. The newspaper sales are going down and down and down and down and down. Because
they're trying to sell the Telegraph, isn't there? Who's them Burks who own the Telegraph? Some massive bloody billionaires. They're trying to sell it because it's shit. The Tory graph. They're trying to sell it because it means nothing to anybody. People don't read it.
I've got maybe it's a bad thing, but I've got a soft spot for the BBC. So my routine in the morning, wake up, let the dog out the back, coffee.
You like that Nina Shetty woman, don't you? What's her name? With the short hair.
What's the one that does I like
Big Tit.
what's the one who does the quiz show? I noticed it on BBC Two, and she's rose to fame now. But blonde hair, she does the she used to do a quiz show. I can't remember her now. Quite an intelligent kind of woman. Do you know
Radio 5?
I'm not sure.
Glasses.
Yeah. Big she weighs in a bit. I come across, and I was like, I like this quiz show. I'll watch the quiz show. But that's the only thing I used to watch. But no, my daily routine is let the dog out, coffee. I go on the business pages on the BBC. I read the Independent online, and I go over to the football pages. Then BBC Football, read about Cardiff City or whatnot. And he's messed up. Warnock's lost the plot this year, Dave. He's
desperate, isn't it? He's desperate. He wants to go out on a high. He wants to go on a high, and it ain't going to happen for him. I do feel a bit sorry for him, to be fair.
Oh, Sunday.
What?
After BBC, I'm the worst one, Marcus Aurelius. Greg Vegan.
Oh, yeah. Greg Vegan has put no BBC are good, better than. Where?
BBC the worst. Yeah. BBC the worst. Yeah, I told they are the biased broadcasting company. Somebody's put at the bottom.
Oh, he's drew some tits. I've got it now. Greg Vegan, 753.
I got it. Yeah.
That's good. That is, mate. I'm going to nick that off you.
I just got that. I thought it was brackets and a Y, but yeah, I got.
Yeah, brackets Y, nipple, bra. Brilliant.
Yeah, I'm Lindsay Dawn Mackenzie type guy. You remember? Never mind. All the youngsters are like, who's that?
Yeah, brilliant. Victoria Coram Mitchell, is that her?
Mm.
Yeah, she is. Who's the food bloke, lover? Giles Corin's sister.
Ooh. Yeah, she's
He does the food, you know, when he goes back in time, and he used a food critic. He's brilliant. In fact, Giles Coram was one of the reasons why I started up doing this kind of thing, my food reviews, because he eats anything and he gives a real good review of stuff. And he was one of the reasons, one of my inspirations to do this. Where's he gone? Oh, he's there.
Am I here? I've opened up another page. Yeah, that's her. Yeah. I've opened up another page. There we go. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
Oh, Leicester winning 1-0. Oh, right. I've knackered it now because people are going to be putting up stupid bloody football results all the while.
Right. Do you, on this note, Dave, do you want to call time on the?
Yeah, we'll have a look, 10 minutes. We're all right, brother.
I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good laugh tonight. We're having a good time.
You know what, mate? This is one of the better ones we've done, isn't it? Because we've had no trolls, and I did actually say we'll keep this to an hour, and it's been all right, isn't it? It's like the one of the originals we did.
It's we've said it. I mean, I think we mentioned it on the first live stream. We just hit it off, not in a that way, but we just kind of like we
You'll be losing your 30K.
We just got on. Even the wives back in the summer. What I liked about it was even the wives started talking to one another behind closed doors, and that was nice. That was cool. And then,
can I just stop you? Iheanacho scored for Leicester.
Oh,
from Man City for about 30 million, God knows how long ago, and Iheanacho has scored.
Wicked, fantastic.
For fuck's sake, now after that,
has he not been in the side? He's not been in the side. Has he not been in the side?
No.
Right.
He's awful. Right, June's just put a bit of lime in me thing.
Brilliant. I'm drinking out of a Badger Ales. You know Badger Brewery down in Bath?
I've heard of Badgers. Yeah. So where were we, mate? Sorry, I interrupted you there. Gus Iheanacho scoring. Can't believe it.
I think. Oh, we were talking about. I think we were talking about voting. We went on to. We'll recede from that area. We were talking about how good the early feeds were. To be honest, it was only the one. It was the one night that spoiled it.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I wouldn't say.
I was standing here like this.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it put me off because things don't put me off. But we couldn't control it that time because it was something that was new that happened to us and we couldn't stop it. I think really what we should have done is should have just say, right, done, gone, and then come back on my channel, and then we could have really sorted them out. But you're going to get these idiots who come on who just want to wreck things and stuff and disrupt things for people. So hopefully we've got them. Because I personally think that night when they were doing all those comments, I think somebody had two laptops and they were doing the comments under two different names because there were two. Yeah, they were too integrated and stuff like that. They were too, you know what I mean? So
clever, like being able to type on two keyboards. That's
they're clever. You know what? They've got all that talent and they can't use it in the right way. June is not watching Bake Off. Thank you. Cowdell.
Is it the celebrity one or the regular one?
It's the regular one, isn't it? Where they all think they can cook and then turn up and they just do a soggy bottom. Can't be doing it, to be fair, like that. It's just things like that are brilliant. It's like X Factor. When X Factor first came out and they were discovering the dance diversity and what's her name? The Scottish woman who was a little bit eccentric. I won't be cruel to her because, you know, she has got a raw talent. Subo. What's her name? You know, when X Factor first came out and it was good, it was like Opportunity Knocks.
Yeah.
And but they should limit them to 5 years or do them every other year because
it's silly.
X Factor only had bloody 2 million. I think I'm getting more views than bloody X Factor at the moment.
It's amazing, isn't it? How well, can you remember that year where they did the Rage Against the Machine song that went to #1?
Yeah.
I was like voting on this. I bought that.
I can totally agree with you.
Just to get away from the whole, it's like it turned into a machine of just. It was almost numbing your brain, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just
the stuff they were sticking out there was to just numb your brain. And I'm grateful for platforms like YouTube. I was watching the True yesterday, when he does the True News.
Yeah,
I watched that one yesterday when he was talking about And he was just having a laugh. He basically said, "I'm not commentating on the fight."
Paul Logan.
He said because of this, and he showed this thing when he was you probably watched it. When
they came out and they said, "Don't swear." And I would have thought to say to True Geordie, to Brian, that don't do this. It's like red rag. It's just what they should have said was, Brian, go out there and swear your fucking head off.
And he wouldn't have done it.
And he would have, but the thing that, you know what, right? Obviously, I've met Brian.
Yeah.
And I'm not name dropping or anything like that here, but he's such a down to earth kind of guy, right? Yeah. You walk into the room, he's massive, right? And he gets a respect, but it's a well-earned respect. But he's not when he was with me, he's not big-headed. He is quite a humble guy.
I can see it. I can see it because he mentioned he used to work in a butcher's shop type thing and go home with blood all over his top. I mean, that he knows that life is not always sunshine and rain.
It does. And the thing is, right, the bigger you get in this game, I suppose, I wouldn't say you grow big-headed, but you grow in confidence.
Yeah.
And you do get the thing where you think, you get people that advise you. And I if somebody advises me, I'll always take it on board. I'll spin it around in my little head, and then I'll see what I think.
Yeah.
Brian's a very intelligent guy, and he's got 1.6 million subscribers, which is probably the equivalent in America of something like 28 million viewers, subs. So,
it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And the press don't give him the respect that he deserves. I mean,
no, we don't give him that. And like I've said, I'm not blowing smoke up his arse just because I've met him and he's promoted me and all that. But he does deserve more respect off the media. And that the KSI Logan fight where Eddie Earn's not having commentating is a downright disgrace, because if it weren't for him, it wouldn't have happened in the first place. But Eddie Earn, I think he's learnt from his mistake. So
I think so. I think he may do some kind of like maybe sit on a panel on Sky Sports. He might get him in to sit on a panel, maybe like an after fight.
He's doing it on his own. He's gonna do like the kickoff,
which is quite right. I think it's quite right. I think it's quite right for him to do that, because he said himself in the video, he said, I'm going to be wrecked. It's going to be 4 in the morning. I'm going to drink a load of whiskey. I'm going to have a load of fun. It's YouTube. I don't have to sit there on Sky sober. So
and he can say what he likes. And to be fair to Brian, I wouldn't say he's a loose cannon, but he likes to be in control. And I like to be. I mean, sometimes I'm doing these and I'm biting my tongue. Not, I can't even say tongue. I might bite it. Not to, go over the top of what I really want to say.
But that's because it's the experience of life that's giving you that, isn't it? I've done it many times. I got sacked from Mazda. I don't mind saying this.
Mazda did, yeah.
I got sacked from Mazda. Do you know, Dave? I had a year. I used to work on the meat department, and I used to bring out all the meat every morning, chickens, whatever, steaks, and then I'd work the sausage. So the bacon and the sausage I'd work last. It come on a separate cage. So I pull this cage out, load of sausage on it. Every day the girls would say to me, "Hey, Simon," or whatever, nothing like a bit of sausage in the morning. And while I was pulling this cage of sausage, and I used to wink, have a smile, have a laugh, type of thing. I did that for a year. And one morning, one of the girls was a bit down in the dumps. I thought, I'll cheer her up. I'll say it back to her. Right, this went on 364 times to me. Right, I pull this cage of sausage out. I go, "Hey up, ladies, nothing like a bit of sausage in the morning." I was sacked like a dog once. Sacked like a dog I was, Dave. They had me in, full investigation, a month investigation, writing all these reports, and they had me for sexual harassment. I said it back once, just once, and they sacked me. Isn't it amazing what women can say compared to what men can say?
Yeah. It's I've never ever been sacked.
Sacked, yeah, I was mashed out.
Sometimes I wanted to be sacked, and you never know. One day I might just do it. I might just flip and say a few own truths, and you never know.
Yeah. Well, they over. I tell you what's quite funny. I won't say that it was to do with my wages. I won't mention that just in case somebody from Asda's watching. But they ended up overpaying me for a lot of it in the last month. But yeah, it was a funny thing. So when you talk about biting,
sorry,
no worries. When you talk about biting your lip, that was my experience really of knowing when to control your lip.
Yeah.
Well, that was only
having a laugh. You know what? It's just unbelievable how some people can react. And do you know what? Sometimes you probably what you should have done to Asda, you should have said, "I ain't going to give you the satisfaction of sacking me."
Yeah, go in. Yeah. It was a funny thing. Just one of those things. But I found it funny because I got to the stage where I didn't really need it anyway. It was when I was bored.
It's banter. That's all it is. Banter.
I've worked, you know, and I've not been in since. I've not been into the place since. It was a store opening in Barry 4 years ago. I worked there for a year. Apparently now the place has fallen. Everybody left, not because of me, but everybody kind of who opened the store moved on. And apparently now there's stuff on the floor. It's not the same place. But what I used to do, I like probably yourself, I used to take pride in my job. If I finished my job, because I'm really a builder, a carpenter, I'd go out the back with the warehouse boys. And I'd move around their waste cages and I'd clean up the warehouse. I'd drive the forklift. I'd have a bit of a laugh with the boys at the back. I didn't need to do that. That wasn't part of my contract. I did it because I didn't want to stand there with nothing to do. You go in supermarkets and you see people just mucking about with the shelves, not really doing anything. I'd go at the back and muck in with the boys. And I told them that, and management knew that, but they didn't take any of that into consideration. I was just a number.
Yeah. You're always a number, mate. That's the way it goes. So the management's shitting in Britain anyway, isn't it? So there you go. They're all bloody knobheads, isn't they? Well, not all. Obviously, the place where I work, the management are absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
In fact, no, I do get on well with the management at my place, thinking about it. So I better not. But most managers in the world, in the country, are absolutely useless. So yeah, they're not even David Brent's June. They're not even that good. They all think there seems to be something special, and they're not. They're all knobheads.
They come up from a lot of them come up from not what you know, but who you know.
Well, none of them have had the life experience of actually working on the shop floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, not none of them. Most of them haven't got the experience of working on the shop floor, knowing how a company ticks, knowing how people think, knowing what makes them happy, what makes them sad. They haven't got a fucking clue.
No.
You know, they seem to think it's their way or no way. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take my way and fuck off then. And let's just see how you like that. And then what happens is they end up employing bloody complete idiots who can't run plants, who can't read recipes or whatever. And then when it all goes wrong and they've made 40 ton of shit because the people can't do the job properly, then they're asking questions. Well, the questions should be asked about you and not the one who's made it, because you've employed the one who's made it, who is a complete knob.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just give away secrets of my workplace.
Brilliant, Dave. Brilliant, brilliant. No,
that's what June's just pointed out. That's what we were saying in our redundancy thing. You work your way up from the bottom. You work your way up, and you learn the company, and you know the company inside out. But what happens is you get these silly buggers who go to university and they get all these qualifications and they think that they know stuff, but they don't know nothing. They don't know anything. They couldn't run a tap, some of the people.
No.
You know, oh, you've had 5 years in Birmingham Uni. What the bloody hell's 5 years in Birmingham University do? It does nothing. It does absolutely nothing.
Do you know, I'll tell you a story live on the feed. It's about beer. When I needed when I needed a job in the beer industry, like say 5 years ago. So my channel was already 5 years old. I probably already drunk at that time 1,500, 2,000 beers, more than most. I knew the malts, the hops, and everything else involved in beer. And the amount of times, Dave, I applied for a job with my experience from YouTube going on. I know the brewing product. I know what you guys need to be doing. And I know some of the brewers, and I say to them on the side, why didn't I get that job? And they go, we gave it, the management gave it to some university graduate who's just left college with a marketing degree. Or I'm thinking, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I can relate to that. I went for a job near where I live. There's a company called British Gypsum.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they basically make all the plasterboard, the plaster and everything for any house that built, probably in Europe, in theory, that's not like backwards and made with fucking sheep shit and mud.
Yeah.
They make it. Well, I went for a job there, and I think there was something like 2,000 people that went for this job. There were 5 jobs, and I got down to the last 10. And in the end, they took the 5 people that were the temps that had already been there.
Yeah.
But and I says, well, what were the point in that then? Why have you wasted my time? Why have you wasted your time when you already knew you were going to take on them people? And I'm thinking, that's British management at its best. They've wasted the money on putting in the adverts. People. Yeah, I know they have to advertise. Sorry, June, I won't shout it. I know they have to advertise and all that. But it just seemed a complete waste of fucking money and time. So
it's the law, and it's having to offer it to equal opportunities type thing. But talking about gypsum, did you end up working for the plasterboard companies in the end, or you didn't?
No, I didn't get the job.
Oh, you didn't get
the job. You're pissed.
I was going to start quoting plasterboarding, and then the green is waterproof and the red is fireproof.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
you know all that stuff. Yeah, being a double glazed.
No, so I didn't get that job. I ended up somewhere else, and then I've ended up where I am now, where I'm quite happy. So
quite happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave, what have you got within the prime Christmas season now? I want to advertise your channel a little bit. What have you got coming up? What's your plans?
I don't know, to be fair, mate, because I don't know what. Have we got any plans, June, for Christmas to promote anything, review anything? No, June will be working. I don't know. I want to do pickled onions.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't like the.
People love pickled onions. So what I might do, I mean, I've done this might be one for you. Mince pies. I did that last year.
Yeah.
And do you know Barry Norman does pickled onions? And do you know Barry Norman?
Barry Norman.
No, you don't know Barry Norman.
The food. They used to do the film.
That's it.
Yeah. That's I know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Elliot, when I did the video with Elliot the other day, he didn't have a clue who Barry Norman was. I said, how old are you? He says, 29. I thought, oh. Yeah, I want to do pickled onions. I'm going to go around. I'm going to get about 10 jars of pickled onions. June's rolling her eyes in the back of her head there because she's going, oh, God, pickled onions. I want to try and review the best pickled onions I can find because I think pickled onions are a big point in Christmas.
Do you know what you should do as well, Dave, with that? Is a load of cheese. A load of different cheeses with your pickle.
Yeah, I've thought of that as well.
Video.
Yeah. I tell you what, you do the mince pies.
All right.
They're a big viewer. They're a big viewer. But I did them last year, so I'm not going to do them this year. I'll do pickled onions and cheese. You do mince pies.
Morrison's today, like you probably get a lot of people sending you messages about what's coming out and stuff. Charles Dunn, who's a follower of my channel, sent me a link. I think it was Women's Institute magazine or something. Morrison's have just brought out a mince pie sandwich. That sounds strange, doesn't it? A mince pie Christmas sandwich.
That's weird.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just. There's a bloke here, Kiwi lad next door. I know him. Have you seen my video with Cameron?
Yes. With the New Zealand. I was going to say I got a load of. I've just reviewed a New Zealand beer.
Hacker.
No. It was. Called...
yeah. He sent me some New Zealand beer, didn't he? He reviewed the New Zealand beer. Yeah.
I've got.
He's doing that. I've got. On his fucking wall.
I just reviewed a beer from Garage Beer Company. Time to look at Garage Beer Company. It's called Boss Level. I'm about to release this beer called Boss Level, and it was sent to me by an Australian guy. He sends me a tube of beer every month, and he always puts in a New Zealand beer. This beer is called Boss Level. It's about 9% ABV. Real.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
This has got to be the funniest live stream ever. Your pictures will be coming off.
Brilliant. Well, I'll tell you what then. We'll do a beer review, and I'll get Cameron round as well, and we'll do
the hack.
We'll do one. I'll get some extra beers, and we'll do one next month. Sometime. Well, obviously it's gonna be next month, isn't it? Because it's the 30th, isn't it? We're not supposed to be even in Europe next month. Brilliant, weren't it?
How do you think Farage will do? Sorry to drop in politics. How do you think Nigel Farage will do? Do you think he'll do okay?
I don't think he'll do that well. Do you know what, right? I'll tell you this now, and I know people will disagree, but Boris is going to win, hands down. Because people are fed up with being messed about. They just want this Brexit thing
out of the way.
Done. Rather stopping him, we're going out or what? They just want it done. Want it done out of the way. Because until this happens, we're like Sam Tyler in Life on Mars. We're not moving anywhere. Did you see Life on Mars, Sam Tyler?
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Well, that's what it is. This is what we are. We're in limbo. We're neither living, we're neither dead. We're fucking stuck in the middle. On the old
life support machine. That was it. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So this is, and I think Boris will sort it out. Then we should have another election and go again. I'm not sure if Boris is the man, really. Anybody with hair that bad, I don't think he should be running the country. I just want to point something out, mate. I've got something here the other day. Where is it, June? Yeah, right. I went into Home Bargains the other day.
Yeah.
And did you see my review on the, what was it, June? Kraken?
No.
Yeah, I did a review on Kraken rum.
I remember.
I did. No, June, listen, June, please listen to me, sweet love. I did Kraken rum, and then I found this one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Right. Now, we found Kraken rum.
Yeah.
Somebody told me to review it, but this bloody... Sorry, I'm going to have to find out another thing. Yeah. We found this in Home Bargains.
I run the cure.
This is the way.
It is now.
Well, yeah, well, it's a bloody satellite delay. Although it's coming from your phone, which is about 6 foot away, it's got to go up there through the Wi-Fi. Anyway, we found this in Home Bargains for £7. If you like rum, mate, if anybody likes rum, you've got to go and get some of this spiced rum from Home Bargains. It's absolutely lovely, stunning.
I'll get hold of that. Yeah, I like Home Bargains. I've been Home Bargains a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like it.
Get some, mate, and do a review. I absolutely loved it. So
I'm I'm going to be absolutely honest, as I always am, as you are. Should we have another beer, or should we wrap things up? Because I'm busting for a pee. I
was going to wrap it up as well, mate, because I want to go and try and catch some football.
Right.
We'll sort something out and we'll do another one because I ain't had nothing to eat yet either.
Brilliant. You got the energy levels of a teenager. You just finished a 12-hour shift.
I don't know. I just think I just keep going and going. But yeah, if we can wrap it up, mate, because I'm dying for something to eat and I want a bit of a pee and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll sort something out for middle of next month, November.
Perfect.
I'll get Cameron round and we'll have a few beers and we'll have a Kiwi view of beer.
I'll speak to my man Mick in Australia and maybe he can find a New Zealand.
No, he's from New Zealand, not Australia.
That's him, and he'll get a New Zealand beer from me. Send it over, and maybe I can do a review of a New Zealand beer, or I'll try and find something from New Zealand.
All right, mate, that's brilliant.
Thank you very much, Dave. It's been an absolute pleasure. Check out the Blue Van Man on YouTube. He's a terrific kind of guy. I'm going to be going up. It was meant to be towards the end of this year, which is now. It's going to slip. Christmas presents, that sort of thing. I'll go up early next year, probably. See Dave. We'll go have a look at the beer pharmacy. Have some beers in Leicester, and then maybe in the summer if we can get Dave down to Cardiff.
Yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll do something. Yeah. All right, mate.
Perfect. Cheers,
All
Dave.
right.
Thank you very much.
See everybody. Right.
Cheers.
Bye.
Down the Crows.